Alright guys, we got that preheated. We preheated that table hanger, and we're gonna adjust the height a little bit because we got the hole saw was a little bit deep. The lighting is the problem. I just can't see anymore. Alright guys, we couldn't leave it that way. We ground her up and made it look good. We cleaned her up, we made it look good. We can't leave it all fucked up looking. So there it is. We cheated and we grind it. Grind it makes you welder, you ain't. So that's my second time doing stainless, so a little bit of struggle straightening out figuring out the settings, and my shield is just a nightmare right now for some reason. I don't know why. But we're going to stick that turbo back in there, and I'll bring you guys back once we get that wastegate bolted on there. But yeah, we're going to stuff the turbo in there next. And yeah, buddy. Get you guys set up here, maybe. Yeah, look at that thing. Okay, I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, there's our wastegate right there. So how I put them on is I drill a hole saw right through there. There's a cross member in there. You're going to have to cut it. You're going to have to kind of waffle face it a little bit, and then you break the pieces of cast iron out, and you leave the center divider because it ain't really going to matter. But yeah, so there it is. That's mounted. We're going to fire it up and look at that. It's not going to work yet, but we have a wastegate. We're getting there. Next we'll show you guys what we're going to do next. Talk about that for a second. So this is our exhaust pipe right here. So that's going to get, here's our exhaust pipe. That's going to get thrown down in there. Ain't really holding shit, but so that's going to go like that. We'll have our exhaust pipe on there. Then we're going to come out of that wastegate. All right, you guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out of here with whatever pipe this is. I think that was 2 inch. It might have been 1.5 inches or whatever. But we're going to come out of this, and it's just going to go down and tie right into this. We'll cut a hole in here. We'll cut a hole in that. This pipe will go right from there into there. So if it blows off, it just blows it out the exhaust. Or we might just leave it and just let the thing blow fire under the hood. I don't know. How much fire comes out of there? I don't really know. Maybe no fire comes out of there. But yeah, there it is. All right, guys, we've been working on this, and we were pouring the rain here. So the building is so loud I couldn't video today. So it kind of sucks. You guys, we did quite a bit of stuff today, and I didn't record any of it because it's so noisy in the building. But I'm going to bring you up to speed. So we just made these, those 2 carb extensions. Those are going to go down in the hat. And I think that's just to pressurize the float bowls without having any like weird turbulence. I don't know why they do that. I read up on that a long time ago. Now I don't remember, to be honest with you. But you need them. I know that. So we put them in there. So those are going to get, they're just going to sit in there like so. And we're going to put our hat on because we're ready for the hat. I believe we're ready for this hat. So we're going to put our lines in there. They're going to go right in there like so. This is going to go right on there. And we cut them the right height so they're just barely touching the bottom of this. So they'll get held in tight with the hat. The hat will hold them tight. And we'll put our wing nut on there. Hey guys, we're all done with that end of it. I'm going to show you what else we did today. I have a regular radiator hose clamp over here because we only run 4 psi. Or 8 or 10 or we're going to start at 4, I think, and we're going to go from there. But this is kind of where we're at. I still have to do, so I did the fuel system today. I have different springs for this, which we have to do springs. It's going to get tapped into boost somewhere. We don't have very many ports on this thing, so it's going to be like a T mess over here. Might tee off this blow off and go to, it's got to go to here somewhere, so it pressurizes this and lifts it up at 4 pound. So we're going to tee here, we'll go there, I don't know, we're going to do something. Want to make sure we have all the stuff for that. This is all set. We put an electric fuel pump in today, and we did a regulator. Show you the regulator over there. That's a boost reference regulator, so that's going to get, that'll get a vacuum line, boost line, because it becomes, first it's vacuum, but then when you floor it, you'll get boost. So it'll go right to that nipple, and then that'll raise the fuel pressure. As it sees a pound of boost, it'll raise the fuel pressure. I think it's a 1-to-1, so it should be, if it goes a pound of boost, it'll raise it a pound of fuel pressure. So you always have, like, well, technically 7 pounds on the needles, but not really. Like, so if you added a pound of boost to everything, it would be 8 pounds. So it's still 7 pounds on the needle. I believe that's how that works. That's what we did. We have an electric fuel pump. We're going to use our old 3/8 line that came up the frame rail, which I'll show you guys in a minute, for our return. So it's going to get tapped in back there, back into the tank for the return, because that's the return coming out of the bottom. That purple one up top is our new feed. And we didn't do crazy big lines on this or nothing. I don't think it needs them. This is all cheap, cheap, cheap. So we have a new fuel line, comes in there. That one's going to the carburetor, whips right around and goes to the carburetor. The one on the bottom goes back to the tank as a return. So this is a return system. And there we have it. Let me show you guys what we did underneath. Okay guys, here we go. So we ran new fuel line. It's right there. The black stuff with the red power wire. All this got to get zip tied up nice and clean. So that runs all the way back here to that electric pump. It's right there. That's our new electric pump. Evil! All cheap, cheap stuff. So this is our new fuel line feed. And when we cut this other one, which we're going to get rid of right here, that's our old 3/8 line. That's going to become our new return line. And in the Pontiac Lemans tank, there's all kinds of shit in this tank. So we have like an old one that's capped off here that we don't use. This is another vent that's 3/8 over here. So that's probably the one we're going to tap into. We'll get rid of this line that goes to the charcoal canister and get rid of that line. Run this hose to that one, and that'll be our return. And then we'll probably just run this up to a vent up that mounts to the body somewhere, so the tank's still vented. Or we'll just put a vented gas cap, which I think it already has on it, so we can do that too. But yeah, that's where we're at, guys. So, and that's going to get us, so our fuel line will just go from, you know, the fuel line that it is now, 3/8, right into the pump. Go right into Evil pump, and then Evil will push it to the front. All right, guys, we're going to pull the top of that wastegate off to put a spring in there for us. Then we're going to see which ones are the, so it has a natural spring in there now. And it says, I don't know if there's 2 of them in here, but it says natural spring, a 6 and a 6. We just dropped the screw on the ground. So does that mean it's a 12? Or there's 2 of them in here and it makes it a 12? I don't know what that means. This thing's got a shitload of pressure, I know that. They say a natural spring, but man, that thing looks red to me. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we find a bolt, because we need that. Oh, that's the diaphragm. Okay. Man, that's got a ton of pressure on it. So maybe it's a 12. Oh, it's 2 springs. Alright. I see. So this is a 6 and a 6 for 12. But then they sent us, I have a list here. A red is a 4 psi, a green is a 6 psi. I think I want a 6 psi in there. Oh boy, did we change it? What do we do, guys? I don't know. Did we just go to 6 or do we go? All right, hold on. Okay, guys, here's the dilemma. I'm going to show you guys. Here we go. This, let me zoom out, because you can't really see the. So this is a 4-pound spring. This has a 6-pound spring. Do we go right to 6? Or do we go 4 and work our way up? Oh man, what to do? I don't know. I guess we're going to start with a 4. Alright guys, we got a red spring on there. Which, I don't know. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the red spring first. Which is really, really weak. But it needs to live. We can't just blow it up right away. We can make it live. You know, then we'll lean on it some more, and we'll lean on it some more. We got an LS3 that we're building for this. It's on the other side of the shop. So this ain't the, you know, end-all be-all motor here, which it's not. But I don't really want to just blow it up either. These 400s are harder. They're getting harder and harder to find. And this is the shit one. I mean, it's still a good. It's the good block. It's the pre-whatever block, but you know they're getting harder and harder to get. So they're not. I don't want to just blow it up. All right, there's our 4-pound spring. So I think what we're going to do next is I'm going to bring the air compressor over here. We're going to pull some. Well, we got to take one of these out and put a thing in there. We're going to do that. I'm going to put all these bolts back in. We're going to put a thing in here. And then we're going to blow air in there, and I should be able to reach in here and feel that valve moving. So we'll know it's working. I mean, we could set the regulator for 4. I guess if we could bolt it all up and make it work, but let me tighten these in and we get set up. I think these plugs here were for water cooling. We're going to pull one of these plugs out, and we're going to put our banjo thingamajig fitting in here. That's going to get a hose. And we're probably going to put a little piece of hose on there now with the compressor, and we're going to test this theory and make sure that that thing opens. And we'll turn the regulator down on the compressor a lot. Or maybe we'll turn it down to like 4 and see if that thing actually works at 4. We'll probably do that. Alright guys, we got our compressor set up. We're just going to make sure this opens. That my compressor doesn't go low enough. So it's at like, that goes down to like, I don't know, 2 or something. But if you hold it, it goes up to like 10, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Well, I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's that fucking thing working. Yeah, buddy. And it's working. So, hopefully that's a 4-pound spring. Something tells me we're bringing a fucking 6-pound spring with us. Yeah, I think we are. Yeah. 6-pound spring. Yeah, buddy. And then we have a 7-pound spring. It's yellow. So I don't know. What's a stock 400 gonna take? I don't know. I don't really want to find out first rip. So we're gonna go with 4. I gotta get an AN fitting for the back. That'll fix our fuel system. We already did our extension tubes on the carburetor. Like, this thing's ready. We gotta weld the exhaust. I don't know that I'm gonna just dump that in there yet. It needs to be. Might just let that blow fire right onto the firewall. I don't really care. I don't know what we're going to do with that yet. I don't know if I'm going to build the pipe for it and do all that, or if we're just going to get this thing running tomorrow and go to track. Kind of leaning towards get it running and go to track. Yeah, get some teas. We're going to do some stuff. Bring you guys along for that. And hell yeah, buddy. All right, guys, thanks. I'll see you tomorrow. See ya. Okay, guys, we did a little welding. We got our band, and this is our piece that we welded on there, so to extend it. So yeah, we're good to go now. So we got exhaust. It's starting to rain again, so it's starting to get loud. You guys probably can't hear it yet, but it's getting rumbling. So I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, here's the next day. We're gonna put this piece right here on there. onto our evil pump, which I don't know if this evil pump's going to work for us or not. It might be, the pressure may be way too high. Well, we'll find out, I guess. But, yeah. I'm leaning towards it might be way too high. I did get a different gauge because, and I'm worried about the regulator too because it's all the cheap stuff. But we'll see what happens, I guess. We're going to go from, see what happens. I'm kind of thinking it's going to make, because it's a fuel injection pump. Well, it says 0 to, 80 pounds or something on the packaging. I don't know how accurate you can turn something down that's at 80 psi. Probably not very. So we'll see. We will see. And we're going to hook up our return. And we're going to hook up our feed. And then we'll take the pump. See if it can pump a little pressure. So we don't need high pressure. Because we're going through the carburetor. So we only need 7. At most, we might need 14 or something if we ran 7 pounds of boost or whatever. But, yeah, I don't want to break stuff. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. All right, that's all on tight. We're going to cut our fuel line. Have to push to connect on there. We're going to jam our fuel line on there. You guys can't see it. It's right there. It's going to go right there. So we're going to clip this line coming out of the tank. And it's going to go on there, push to connect, and then we're going to go on the steel line that's up here somewhere, right there. And that's going to become our return, so that's going to be moved over to the one where the charcoal canister is now. And then we're going to go up front. And we'll go up front and wire in relay. All right, guys, we're going to watch this regulator and see, because I have a hard time believing that it can do 0 to like 100 psi. I did change that gauge because the one with the high pressure, the lines are so close together you don't know what's what. So we're going to see, before we wire anything, if this thing will even stay down low running. Well, it's already went to 6, I think. It's going way past whatever we got. This regulator ain't going to work for us. That's a bummer. I was kind of suspect on that thing. But I don't want to hurt everything on the car. Alright guys, well that's it for now. We're going to have to get a regulator. Okay guys, 'tis the next day again. And we have a new regulator. We just threw that on there. It looks like it's going to do 7 pounds turned all the way down, which is pushing the envelope on those springs, on those floats on the Harley. They should operate at 7. Anyway, whoa! There's our old one, cheapo. That's another cheapo, but it did come with the springs. So you have these springs. They go in the regulator. That's what makes them like 20 pound, 30 pound, 50 pound, whatever pound. So you have these springs right here. Let me zoom these out. Let me zoom you guys out so you're not zoomed in so close. So this is the one I took out of there. I'm guessing that was for EFI. And these bags have numbers on them, so that's 45 to 70 psi. The one I put in there was 3 to 15 psi. So normally when I see them with the springs, they usually work. So, although it doesn't seem, I'd like to have 6 psi just to be like a little bit safe on the needles of the carburetor. They should control 7, no problem. But it would be nice if it was 6, and it's boost reference. So when it sees a pound of boost, it'll raise the fuel pressure accordingly. But we're going to fire it up and do a little bit of running with this, and then we're going to wire in one more relay, because I want this fuel pump on a relay right over there. There's 2 of them for the fans. We're going to jump in off that everything, and that's going to run the pump also. So that's what we're going to do. But right now we're going to fire it up, and we're going to run it, see if it floods out and dies or anything like that. Hopefully it just hopefully it works and it stays at like 6 or 7 psi. And then we'll make up some lines and stuff so we can have boost reference, and we'll be able to take it out and rip on it a little bit. But here we go, guys. We're going to fire it up. to see like that under. It's actually creeping over 7 slightly on that gauge. On that gauge right there, it's creeping over 7. But it's working. It doesn't seem to be flooding out. And we're going to wire in a relay. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take it out. We're going to do some vacuum line stuff. Shalina dug us up a relay. So we're going to put that in. And then I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, so this is what we got so far. This is our relay. This is going to go power to the battery. That's going to go there. We're going to get another one of those bolted on the battery terminal. That looks awesome. This will get grounded. It'll get grounded right to the screw on top of it as I jam that in the fender. So that's those two. This white wire is your signal. I have a signal inside the car that closes these 3 relays. 2 are for the fan. 1 is going to be for the pump. So we're going to heat shrink this stuff. Get hooks to the battery. That goes out. That goes to the fuel pump. So these two, the 2 inline ones are the main relay lugs. Then this is ground, and then this is the one that closes the circuit on the relay. And that's how that works. And don't do any of this at home. I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm doing. I didn't look at the camera to see where you guys were. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you can. Like, how much can you guys see? Oh, you might be able to see me do stuff. So we're going to heat shrink these. Come in. Try not to burn your wires up when you do that. You should not burn your wires all up. Kind of heat shrink it as nice as you can. Put flame near your battery because batteries are explosives. Don't do it next to your fuel regulator like I'm doing. Don't do anything I'm doing, okay? If you do that, you'll be fine. That thing is hot. Don't touch it either. This thing was trying to burn me, guys. It's trying to get me. It's trying to get me. It's trying to get me. Alright, there we go. We're all heat shrink. We're going to mount that thing with that screw gun. We're going to jam a screw right in that thing. Once I find them. I got to find my screws. I don't know what happened to all the screws. We had screws. Okay, guys, we're going to mount our relay. So we're going through this little wire first. That's our ground. Then we're going to jam it into the relay. Then we're going to smash it right into our fender. Just like that. And now we're completely wired up except for our positive. Which that's just going to jump right to that. And we're going to put a fuse in there. And then this should work on the pump. I mean on the key. So we're going to stick this relay, this switch, this fuse. We'll go turn that key on for a second. Okay, and our relay should have closed already. And then when we touch this, we have fuel pressure, which I don't know if you guys can see that, but we do. And we have our fan turn. So that's that, guys. I'm gonna bolt this on there, and I'm gonna get some boost reference stuff set up, and I'll bring you guys back for that too. Let me zoom you guys out so you can see what's going on. All right. Cool. All right, guys, we're going to pull the hat. Shalina just undid that clamp. We weren't recording, or we were, I don't know. We're going to take this off. I'm going to show you guys the tubes, which I think you've seen already. I'm pretty sure I showed them to you. But those are going to be the pressurized bowls. We're going to take this over here and drill it. All right, guys, we're going to drill a hole in this thing. We're going to tap it, and we're going to put our thing in it. Guess we'll go here. We like it right here, I guess. this thing made out of? Alright, there's our hole poked in there. Selena's got us all set up with our shit. Get all the filings out.
Just make sure it's tight.
Then we're going to put some more filings in there. We're going to tap this thing. Selena, can you grab me one of those fittings?
Sure can.
Normally I just rip these in with the screw gun. Hope for the best. Don't normally use this fancy handle. Back it up to cut the burrs off. There it is. Alright guys, we're going to bring you back. We're going to get this thing put back on there. Put our taps away. Alright guys, we'll bring you right back. Alright guys, our hat's going to go back on. So you got to snake it. You got to do the snaky snake here. Get it in there, get it down there, on there. And then it goes back on the gasket. And I cut those tubes just right so this hat actually holds them down. Wing nut. Now we're going to tee off of that. Oh, I put that in crooked as death. Boy, I didn't drill that one too straight. So we're going to go with this stuff. It'll get there to a T, and then it'll loop right around over there to that thing. But anyway, that's our piece. It's got a little T on it. That's going to stab right in here. Good to go. And then we're going to make a piece. It's going to go from there. We're going to loop that sucker right around here. We're going to cut it off. It gets stabbed right in there. There's our boost reference fuel stuff. It's going to go just like so. And then we're just going to run right out of that to our wastegate. So we're going to tap right into this, the wastegate. Yep. That's going to stick right around here. We're going to figure out something. We're going to cut it right here. And that's it, guys. That's how we're going to do it. We can zip tie all this stuff and clean it up later, because I don't really care right now, but we got to go do it. We got to test drive it. We got to test on it. All right, guys, we're going to get cleaned up and get this Johnny pulled out of the garage. And we're going to go from there. I think we're ready to make 4 pounds of boost without letting off the gas. I doubt 4 pounds is going to blow them off because it didn't last time. But I want to make sure, because we don't really have proper connections on any of this stuff. So we're going to zip tie all this stuff, because I don't want them blowing off. Especially that grease. I don't want any of this blowing off. And we'll clip all these up and make them look neat. Alright, there we go, guys. We are zip tied up. We're going to zip tie this and that. And our gauge is going to get set up, and then we're going to pull this thing out of here. Okay guys, we're at the gas station getting gas. So we just did our first little test ride. It still has a breakup problem. I don't know if it's blowing the spark out because I didn't re-gap plugs yet. But everything seems to be doing what it's supposed to do. So there's our fuel pressure regulator over there. That's working. I don't know if it's boost referencing. It should be. And then we put some 93 in it. We put 14 gallons of 93 in it. Pump gas. 71 bucks. Alright guys, here we go when the light turns green. Something, guys. I don't know what it is yet, but we got a situation. Still got oil pressure for the minute. I'm guessing our oil turbo feed line, something happened to it.
really want an oil bath.
A oil bath?
No, thank you.
I don't know what that is. Like, everything looks normal down there, so I'm thinking we have a hose problem. Hose is bad. The feed hose is leaking all over the place. Did you see it? Right there?
I didn't see
Watch
it.
it.
Okay.
I have a new one of those in the house. I don't know if that's going to help us. Watch that line right there.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see. Huh.
I don't know what we're going to do here, guys.
Phone a friend.
We're going to phone a friend. We need to be rescued. We need a rescue. Shit. Okay, well, that's going to be this for now, guys. We got to clean all this shit off and figure out what we're doing. All right, we'll bring you back. Oh, there it is. Short-lived, but fun while it lasted. Selena's gonna go get us a new hose, and then we'll bring you guys back. We're gonna change this on the side of the road, bring some oil back, clean the shit up, and hopefully we'll finish our test drive. Guys, I'll bring it back when we get some parts, get rescued. And we have a rainstorm coming right at us. Oh, and it's thundering now. This is perfect. Look at that big ass cloud. You know that's coming right over here. That cloud is coming right over here. Selena's dad just got her, so he saved us. He's gonna bring her to get some parts, and I'm gonna start taking this thing apart. So I'm gonna try to do this one-handed if I can. This is what we're going after. We're cooled off a little bit now, because it's been a minute. And I'm hoping you guys can, like, watch me do this. I don't know. Selena's gonna bring back some better wrenches, I hope. Because the adjustable sucks. I'll tell you right now, the adjustable sucks. Yeah, it's still a little bit warm. Still a little warm. That was fucking hot still. That thing is still hot, guys. Still hot. Alright, then that line goes down there to no man's land. We're going to see if we can twist it out of there. I don't know that we're going to be able to do that without pulling the exhaust off. I'm going to try not to pull that exhaust pipe off. But I don't know if we're going to... It'd definitely be easier without the exhaust. Let me just see if we can turn it. I don't know how tight it really is. I got to put you guys down for 1 minute. Yeah, guys, we ain't turning that. We are not turning that. Our pipe's cool, so we're just going to pull the exhaust off. It's easier in the long run. Got one V-band, and we'll have the exhaust off. We'll work one-handed here until Selena gets back. And that's up there so we don't lose it. There's our V-band clamp. And there's our exhaust pipe. Comes right out, no problem. Right? That's an oily mess. And then, right down there is our situation problem child, which we are going to unscrew next with this big ass adjustable wrench. I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm doing. Probably not. So this is, we're going to change this line. I have another one at home. We'll clean all this crap out of here. We'll give this thing a wash down with some brake clean when Selena gets back. I told her to bring me two cans of brake clean. And there it is. It's coming out. There it is. There's the culprit, and that's where it blew. Where all that weird shit is. It just, I mean, this thing does make some good oil pressure when you're ripping on it. Like, I think it hits 65 or 70 psi. But yeah, there it is, guys. And that should fix us up. All right, guys, that's that. Hopefully we didn't blow anything else out. It's just that oil line. All right, guys, I'll bring it back when we get some parts.
So we're going to do a sunset repair. But you guys can't really see the sun setting. Went back to the house, grabbed some parts. Grabbed the whole garage.
There we go.
Okay, can't really see what he's doing because it's too dark. We did bring light though. Oops, showing you guys his head, sorry. 'Cause I don't know how to record. Can't really see what he's doing anyways. Because I need to be where he's at.
That's how it always is.
But anyway, so he's gonna get that line on. Down there wherever it goes. And then he'll do the oil feed line up at the turbo. And I'll come back to that.
17 doesn't really fit, but we're going to use it anyway.
Alright, he's tightening that on. The 17 it doesn't really fit, but hey, it's working.
That's it.
Gotta use what you got. That's what we got. Okay guys, he's putting the exhaust back on. What? I still didn't hear you. I'm showing you guys nothing. So, let me come over here. You need me to hold that for you? There it goes. Alright, well I'll bring you guys back because I need to help him. Oh, he's good. It was just going the wrong way. Now we got it. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know what you could see. Not much.
I can't see nothing about that.
Oh. You like that light? Huh?
Hold that for you. Hey, this thing's wanting to be a real fucking pain in the ass. It's covered in shit.
And we got my dad here. He rescued us. Brought me to the house so I could get some parts. I'm probably binding them. Just giving you guys a flashlight. So, he's giving a hand. Don't know what anybody can see here.
Yep, I should get it.
All right.
Dad needs some rags. He was just in the shit.
Hey, Daddy.
Oh, good.
He said you need some rags.
Yeah, he's gonna need something. He was in the oil.
Because you were in the oil.
I washed that thing down, but it didn't really come off.
All right, now we're gonna hunt for a wrench. Brought a bag of wrenches with us. And a little tool bag right there. Quickest thing. Fancy.
Heck yeah. Yeah, we should be all set, I hope.
Hopefully.
We ain't got no leaks in the new line. We're gonna be all set. So we... And that had a long way to go.
Yeah, it did. Dang. Freaking never ending.
All right.
Okay, that's it?
That's it.
Alright.
I'm gonna wipe down the windshield again. Trash up all that stuff.
Alright, I'm gonna pause you guys because you don't need to see us wiping down the windshield.
Topping it off.
Alright, he just topped off the oil, maybe. You guys can't see
Man, that
anything.
shit's black as black. Black as black. I can't see that hole down there.
Uh-oh. Well, they can't see anything either, so
Yeah.
we're all blind.
Flying blind. We're flying blind. Yeah, we're a little shy, and on this hill it'll probably be full when it's on flat ground. We're good enough.
Cool.
We are good enough. We're gonna fire it up and get some heat in it. We'll let it run for a minute. Make sure we're good to go. Or if we're gonna go home and get our truck and tow this shit home. Nothing's touching my exhaust. Look at the oil everywhere. Oil is very wet. All right, you ready to fire? Oh, I can do this back.
Yeah, do you want to put this bag in the trunk now, or?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do. We'll fire up. We'll sit here for a couple minutes and we'll go.
Okay.
We'll go to O'Reilly and then grab some ice cream or something.
Okay. All right, guys, gonna start it up. Hopefully no oil leaks. So far, the line looks good. We have oil pressure. Not that I can see. Not yet. I can't show you guys that. No leaks.
All right, guys, we're back on the road. She recorded what we can record. It rained. It was wonderful. We have 50 pounds of oil pressure and no oil leaks. And we are going to O'Reilly's to get a center link for Krusty. And then we're going to get ice cream and fries on the way home. But yeah, we're back in business. We can't see anything now, but this is a pretty good test ride. It's definitely making the, I think the boost is a little bit shy. I don't think it's quite going to 4. But, hey, we're back in business.
Yay!
Yeah, we're rolling now.
Yep, that's good.
So we'll bring you guys back when we get back closer to the house. I really don't want to turn these wipers on.
Damn, no.
Well, guys, here we go. Back in the rain. Wide open turbo. We're going to steam clean the pistons, I guess. Water's going to go right through that turbo. Ain't nothing we can do about it. I don't really want to turn these wipers on because those wipers are probably still all covered with oil. We didn't clean the windshield, but we didn't clean everything else that well. But we're going to have to go after the wipers now. We got no choice. Find the switch. See what kind of mud this turns into. Hey, that's not too bad.
Not bad at all.
Oh, we cleaned it up all right, I guess, then. Or we're just
Actually, yeah,
we're making a mess.
Yeah, it looks worse now.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, we should have left them things off. I knew we should have left them off.
Relying on muscle memory now.
Yeah, find them. There it is. Okay. All right, guys, well, there's our repaired line. Not leaking, which is great. I don't think there's any leaks underneath. We'll check it out again tomorrow. We'll get her on the lift. It's doing everything it's supposed to do. So, next time you see this car, we'll probably be at Leadfoot City. I am going to make sure that regulator over there is getting boost reference. I'm going to blow some air into it and make sure it goes up a pound in fuel pressure, because it does have a weird breakup at high RPM. And I don't know if it's blowing the spark out because I didn't re-gap the plugs, or if that regulator is not raising. Because that's supposed to be a 1-to-1. So that boost reference line right there, that black line right there, should be raising it 1-to-1. So I don't know if it is or not, and I can't see it from inside the car. So we're gonna do a little science on that, and then you'll see this thing at the racetrack, because I think we're pretty good to go. And the gauge might be a little off, but it's coming on at like 3 pounds of boost, but it seems like it's working a little too well at 0. So I think that gauge might be a little bit off. But yeah, we made it home, no problem. It just ingested some water into the turbo, so that cleans off the pistons, and then we're gonna have to clean up all this. There's like oil everywhere under here. That shit made a mess of everything. I mean, it is everywhere. And I did kind of have the windshield clean until I turned them wipers on, because I didn't clean the wipers I cleaned the windshield, and then when we just turned them on, it just kind of smeared it all over the place. Okay, guys. I have a running tally on our turbo setup that we built. This is all Amazon, except for like 1 or 2 parts and a couple things we had laying around. I had those 90s, the flange and all that stuff we bought. We bought that turbo hat. The stainless U-bend was stuff I had laying around. All the stuff underneath the car was leftover stuff. All that stuff was leftover stuff. So, but it has some value. I mean, I didn't pay for it for this project, but I mean, if you were building this and you didn't have a bunch of junk laying around, it's going to cost you some money. Regulator, this and that. All right, anyway, I'm going to run down the list. The car is good. It does everything I think it's supposed to. We're only making 4 PSI. We have the potential to make like 20 or more on this thing. So, this thing could be way better than like 4, but I don't want to blow this motor up, and I've talked about it before, so I ain't going to beat it up anymore. Anyway, fuel pressure regulator, 3 to 70 pounds. This was a cheapo at 46 bucks. The fuel pump was 46 bucks. No, sorry. The regulator was 46 bucks. The lines and the pump, both, were 135 bucks. So that's with AN6 and a whole bunch of AN fittings and shit from front to back. 135 bucks. 10 AN weld-in bungs. That was for the oil return. They got 2 bungs. We only used 1. 13 bucks. Turbo hat was a Spectre Amazon, 115 bucks. 3 to 4 inch coupler, which I think is that one, 17 bucks. 50 millimeter blow off, right there, was 36 bucks. No. The blow off flange was 36 bucks. Then the blow off valve was 45 bucks right there. Where are we at? Another coupler, which is that one down there, the turbo, 3.5 to 3. That was another 13 bucks. Turbo feed line kit, 35 bucks. That's what blew out on us. T4 flange, you can't see it, but you've seen me weld on it. It made it round to a T4. 37 bucks. GT45 turbo was $205.99. We rounded it up to 206. All these prices were rounded. The second oil line kit, which was a mistake, I ordered 2 of them for some reason, 17 bucks. That saved us last night. I did buy a VS Racing wastegate because it came with multiple springs, and I trust the VS Racing stuff. I mean, maybe it's all the same stuff, I don't know. But it came with all the different springs, a 4, a 6, a 7, 2 6s, which makes 12, and as far as I understand that, you can mix and match those springs and make whatever you want, as long as the spring diameters don't touch each other or whatever. That was 109 bucks. I'm going to put a value on some of this other stuff because if you were doing this, you would have had to buy it. So I'm going to say like an extra 50 to 100 bucks in like a 90 degree, some of the U-bends and 90 degree steel stuff that we used underneath. It's got to be worth 50 to like 100 bucks, whatever, right? So our grand total on this turbo was 833 bucks. Done. This is everything we've spent so far. You know, we have the potential to make 12, maybe even 20 pounds of boost. Will this take it? Probably not. Oh, I forgot a carburetor, so that's not an accurate number. That carburetor was 400 bucks. So we're into this setup for 1,200. Well, I didn't pay for the carburetor, but that carburetor would cost you 400 bucks to build or buy or whatever. If you have one you can rebuild, that's what we did. We rebuilt one and made it a blow through. But it's going to be like 400 bucks. So this would have cost 1,233 bucks as of right now, all in. The distributor's just locked out. So we don't have any, we have no way of pulling timing out. I turned it down, I pulled a couple degrees out of it. That's what it is. That's what it's going to be. I don't really care. This isn't the last motor that's going to go in this car. But for what it is, it's a ripper. The thing is really good. We're going to make some other changes that I have stuff here. The transmission does not like to upshift onto boost for some reason. I think it's because it's not seeing a vacuum signal to the modulator valve anymore. Because when it goes to the plus side, if you let off, it shifts. If you stay in boost, it doesn't want to shift. And I think it's because it's pressurizing the modulator valve. So we're going to fix that. We're just going to put a one-way valve so it can't boost that line. And we're going to tie it in to the brake booster side because that is a vacuum reservoir. And it's got a one-way valve on it. But we're going to put another one-way valve. We're going to tee off that line. And that's going to fix that issue. And I think that's it, guys. This is a good project. It was a fun project. And we're going to have fun beating this thing up. Hopefully for a little while to come. I don't want to just knock the rods out of it. So this is going to be cool. You'll see it at the racetrack. It's going to be good. I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. And this was a fun project. And I mean, bang for the buck. I mean, yeah, you could probably save some money. And I didn't really have to add in all this stuff I did add in. So I mean, reality, if I didn't add extra value for this, that, and everything else, we're at like $700 on this thing. But if you didn't have all this stuff laying around, it's going to cost more money. So, I mean, that's where we're at. It's, you know, it's real. It is what it is. But man, we're going to beat the death out of this thing. We're going to have fun doing it. So, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you later. See ya.